There are 3 things that are absolutely fundamental you must do if you are going to start witchcraft. And these are, just a caveat, are my opinion. They are not the end all be all. Obviously, do what is best for your craft. But if you're looking for information and kind of like where you should start, this is what I would suggest as someone who is coming into the craft and where to begin on their journey. Hey there, wizards, witches, and golden snitches. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Deanna Hollowell, and I'm a modern witch. And these are 3 things that I think are fundamental that you need to do when you begin your witchcraft journey. Number 1 is you absolutely need and always should be taking care of both your spiritual and your physical hygiene. Now, I'm not saying that you need to exercise or you need to be a certain weight to be a witch. Not at all. No! Don't take that out of context. What I'm saying is we both have spiritual and physical health. And if you want to be the most effective and feel like you and the most confident in your craft and your magic, you have to take care of these 2 things. So you have to make sure you're grounding, you're clearing, and you're shielding your energy. Otherwise, you're going to get all kinds of spiritual messages come in. You're going to have all kinds of entities or beings or just so much information for you to filter through, and some of it is not aligned with you or for you to process or interpret. So it's very important that you are grounding, clearing, shielding your energy. Spiritual hygiene, you've got to take care of it. Second, you have to take care of your physical body. And again, I want to reiterate, I am not saying you have to look a certain way. I'm not saying you have to weigh a certain way. I'm not saying you have to eat things certain ways. What I'm saying is you are a spiritual being that is in a physical body. You have to take care of this vessel if you want to effectively and safely practice witchcraft. So you have to take care of your mental health. You gotta talk to your therapist. You gotta work through those things. You have to eat. You have to drink water. You have to take care of your body so you can practice the craft you want to practice, and you can utilize the focus that you need to do those ritual works. Because I mean, ritual doesn't have to be super like intense all the time, but when we do a lot of this deep work, it can be intense and it can require a lot of physical strength or mental strength from you in order to channel that magic and that energy. And so if you're not taking care of everything that you have in this plane, then you're not going to have that focus. And then if you're working with things, especially like fire magic, then you're putting not only yourself at risk, but you put others at risk as well. So number 1, you have to practice and you have to take care of your spiritual hygiene and your physical mental well-being. The second foundation that I think you need in order to practice witchcraft is you have to take care of your house. And I know, when I heard this one, I was super triggered. Like, I struggled a lot cleaning and being able to maintain, I don't want to say clean spaces, but like just organized, lived in, picked up spaces. Cleaning was considered a punishment for me growing up as a kid. So when I became an adult, this was something that was very hard for me to work through. But it wasn't until I got into my craft and I really started to unpack that through shadow work that I realized your home is the foundation of where you do your craft. It is where you oftentimes are going to do your spiritual channeling. It's where, if you're doing this as a business, then this is where you are going to host your clients, because most of us don't like rent out offices just to go do our spiritual work. And then also, if you're doing like any type of shadow work, ritual work, or just anything really, your home is where you're going to be doing it. So it's important that you're not only taking care of it. Cleaning it does revitalize the energy. It gets out like the things that no longer serve it and makes way for the new energy and the new, like the new magic essentially to come in. So cleaning your house, taking care of it, warding your house, that's very essential. Especially because you're going to be doing your craft most likely in your home, having those boards, having those boundaries are essential, because you don't want other entities coming in to mess with your magic. You also don't just want to do anything like unpracticed. I like to compare this to when you go online, you get those pop-up windows of like a firewall. You don't want to just go browsing through the internet, like making online purchases without having a firewall in place, because you just never know who's lurking out there. The same thing applies spiritually. There could be like all kinds of ghosts, nature entities, deities, spiritual beings, anything that could be lurking in your space if you don't properly ward it. The third and final thing that you need to do if you are going to practice witchcraft is you need to strengthen your intuition. Now, I get a lot of debate on this because there are witches that believe that you should be practicing your shadow work. In my opinion, shadow work is optional. Your intuition is not. There's no doubt that shadow work can absolutely enhance your practice, and it is great support, especially with your mental health and your craft. However, your witchcraft is going to mean nothing if you don't know how to listen to your internal voice, if you don't know how to recognize when you are receiving message from spirit. And it ultimately, your intuition is how you channel and how you interpret and how you validate the messages that you are getting from either your spirit guides, the universe, or whatever it is. And it really doesn't matter how you do that, whether it's literally that gut feeling, whether it's the knowledge drop that you get, the aha moment when you finally connect the dots of the message. But you have to figure out, where does your intuition manifest, either within your physical body or within your spiritual, like, third eye? And you need to strengthen that muscle and strengthen that skill. So that way your witchcraft and your magic can be the strongest and most magical you ever can create. And I know this last one can feel very daunting, especially since, like, myself included, I had to work through a lot of self-confidence and self-trust issues to be able to really connect with that intuition. But it is doable. It is totally worth it. And it's a journey that you don't need to rush. I really highly recommend just taking some time, sitting with yourself, maybe doing a high vibe channel journal session to just kind of see how your body reacts and how your third eye and your perception, your senses, take in information while you're doing that activity, and just kind of take note of that. And then there you will have a foundation to be able to start building off of. And the more you do little tasks and little things like that, the more it will not only build your skills, it will build your confidence, and you will start to prove to yourself, yes, I can do this. I can be magical, and I can be a witch. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope this video was helpful for you as you start off on your witchcraft journey. If you want me to go deeper into any of these topics, please drop me a comment. I'd be happy to make individual videos on either one of these topics. And I hope to see you next time. Keep an eye out as I keep doing solo dates, as I keep doing self-healing vlogs, and I'm gonna start doing day in the life videos, so would love to catch you on my other videos. I hope you have a magical day. Love you. Take care of yourself. Bye.